opinions expressed on this podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily reflect the views of the podcast host, its sponsors, or any affiliate organizations. The information provided on this podcast is for general information purposes only and should not be considered as professional advice. Listeners are advised to consult with professionals in relevant fields regarding their specific situation. The podcast host and its affiliates shall not be held responsible for any action taken or not taken based on the information provided on this podcast.
Hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning back into the Concept Podcast. Hey, y'all been doing y'all thing. I know I've been posting I've been doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Now y'all just got to do what y'all supposed to be doing, which is like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend.
And
Don't forget that bell. Tell somebody you love them today. We got good vibes, good people. We got a new face, a face that you will be seeing around more often because she's in the space now. But Terry, how you doing, man? Mental health check.
I'm good, man. You know, I'm gonna say the date that we actually shooting is April 24th.
Okay.
6 days away from baby girl actual due date. So hopefully she hold out to the end because I got clients in between.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm good, man. Yeah.
I'm good as well. So without ado, we're gonna let our new face in this space introduce herself.
You can't introduce me.
Who we introducing?
What?
Come on now. I know you ain't shy.
I'm very shy. What y'all want to know? What y'all want to know? My name? You just said my name already?
No, I didn't.
Tell the people who you are, what you do.
So my name is Nyla. What do I do, y'all? I'm an after school program coach for a nonprofit here. And I'm preparing for law school. So y'all send me all the good vibes on that.
Yeah, getting contacted. Hey, I need need some legal advice.
Oh, let's hope I'm starting by the fall semester this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, type shit. So yeah. How you doing? How your mental health is? We like to do mental health checks. So we just gonna check in with your mental side.
Well, in reality, y'all, I'm good because your girl just made it to 26. Okay. No, I just had a birthday. So honestly, like I'm on a high right now.
Yeah.
Like, okay, new year. Not really new year, new me, but like new year, new perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
In your big age type.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not the big age. And no, I'm not 30, okay?
Hey.
I feel like shots are fired.
There was oak tree in the middle of the street.
But yeah, so we just gonna jump straight in the conversation as always. So we had an anonymous send some good stuff in. So I don't know how to pose this question, so I'm gonna just say it how it come into my head. Why does the nice guy always finish last? So, in other words, why don't the women go for the good guy? Like, why they always consider the good guy as a boring guy? He ain't got enough thrill for him. Little pizzazz. You know?
I'm answering it.
Yeah, how you feel about that,
You
then?
want to know something, y'all? I'm gonna be really, really honest. I feel like I'm like the opposite because I go for the good guys.
Okay.
Which is crazy. Which I be feeling away because I feel like the good guys end up being not so good guys because they ended up dealing with the women who don't really like good guys, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I'm all for the good guys. Like sometimes they do be a little corny, but I think I'm a little corny, so I think it works out.
You be like,
Okay. Yeah. So we gonna define a good guy. Everybody always hear my perspective first. So we're gonna let you, as the only woman in the room right now, to give your perspective on what a good guy actually is.
A good guy to me is one who loves himself but loves people. I think that he should, or he loves God. And I think that like he's just, I was like, he's just all around a good guy, but how is he all around a good guy? I think he just takes care of himself. He takes care of his business, and like he just carries himself like well, and then respects like people in every like situation or scenario. I don't know. The respecting, carrying yourself well, treating people how you want to be treated. Like that's just like that's a good guy to me.
I feel you. So I'm gonna define it by like a male perspective, and then I'll let Terry do the same thing. So a good guy to me is a respectable man, and whatever he got going on, right? So I feel like I'm a good guy, in the aspect of I take care of my family, I do what I got to do as a man, protective provider. I don't be in no nonsense. I kind of stay to myself as much as possible. I carry myself in a way that I can be looked up to. And amongst my peers, I feel like a lot of people be like, free you on your P's and Q's. So I feel like I am what they would define as a good guy.
No, I'm gonna speak from like the high school perspective. Because that's really where it starts. Like a good guy for me would be the person that is off to himself all the time, don't really speak to too many people. This quote unquote nerd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the ones with the high waisted pants, belt,
Yeah.
shirt tucked in, 3 pins in the pocket type of thing, and the glasses. But yeah, that in my opinion, that's in high school, that's what the good guy looks like. Somebody that's on his grades, that actually care about himself and better in his education.
Okay, so and to go to the question, I think the good guys finish last. Women don't like to typically deal with good guys. I think it's a thrill thing. Naturally, men and women are polar opposites. So I was just like, men or women are polar opposites. So women typically are the more mature species. So they would naturally go for somebody that got a little ruggedness to them. When I'm speaking of rugged, I'm thinking like the biker boy, the typical movie bad boy.
That always go against the grain.
Yeah,
for no reason.
Just headstrong for no reason, basically.
I feel like I think that girls who do go for the not good guys, I think it's because like they go for what they know, which I think that if you grew up and like your daddy, your brothers or whatever were not good guys, then that's what you used to. So you're gonna like, in a sense, stick to the devil you know. So if it's like, oh, if I know this is how guys are, then I'm gonna like go towards it, because in reality, I know how to like operate around it because I've been around it for so long. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. So I got sisters, and hopefully my sisters don't get upset with me. But like, I would put the men that from in the past that my sisters have dealt with as the bad guys. Niggas that niggas. But like, it's like they not so good. Granted, I'm the baby, so my sister matured. They all respective in they space now. But coming up, it was just like, hey, why you like this dude? Like, this nigga ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? And I think it goes to like what you were saying. Typically in the household that I was raised in, my mom married my stepdad, who was like, that was the basis of what I felt a household should be, since I'm the baby. So that's what I knew. But to my siblings, I could say they knew a broken household, men that one shit, and I don't give a damn how you feel about it. Y'all daddies ain't shit.
Oh wow.
Mine's one either. So, but typically that's what you know, so that's what you would go for. And if like a normal boring life,
Yeah.
it's typically like, people look at that as like, it is boring because it ain't no fun in it. It ain't no like, it ain't no what's next to it, you know.
But I feel like that's where like you and like that person create the fun. And okay, so are you trying to say like you think that in reality toxic is fun?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Toxic is fun to a certain extent. You know, I've been in toxic relationships. You know, I wasn't always the good guy. I feel like, you know, everybody would probably downplay the whole phase from teenage years. But it was a time when it was like, to hell with you. And I feel like the women that kept me around and dealt with that was the ones that was just like, that's what love is. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. But it is what it is. Like, it's a sad statement, but it ain't. That's what that's what normally would happen when you coming up in the
Toxic
environment.
exhausting.
Yeah.
That part.
That is exhausting.
That part.
Cause you gotta keep up with it. You gotta keep up in the lie.
Like
Yeah.
it get to a point to where like you planning out arguments. Like you already knew what you was gonna argue about 3 weeks ago. Like, God dog, bro. Like, do something better with your time. It's weird.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's okay. I'm about the confessions here. Confessions.
Okay.
Cause y'all
Safe space.
It's a safe space.
no, because it's playing the arguments. Like I've always gone for the good guys, right? And it's crazy because in reality, like I've dated opposite of what I knew, which is crazy.
Which is good.
That is
Which is very good. It's very good, but it's crazy because then like I'm used to like toxic men, and so because I'm used to that because of the men that I grew up around, and not saying they're just bad men, but in reality, I had 2 older brothers. Best believe I picked up on the game when I was probably like before I even hit high school because I watched them do it to girls or whatever. But like where am I going with this? But no, I feel like in those situations where I was dating a good guy, and this is just a confession, I was the toxic one. And in reality, like, I was like, what is going on? Why am I like this? Why do I do this? And it hit me because you said planning out arguments. I was like, we're about to go see how much. And I think in reality, it's like a testing because I would only say certain things or do certain things just because I'm like, I'm gonna see how much he loved me or I'm gonna see how much he can put up with.
Yeah.
And in reality, y'all, it sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't.
but drive them away.
Yeah, for sure. I had something to say. Look, being toxic. Let's talk about toxic. So, what's the most toxic thing you've ever done?
Oh, you go first.
Say,
Oh Lord.
I honestly, I've never really been one to be super toxic,
Mm-hmm.
but I would say there was a point in life where, if you would consider this toxic, one female would leave, another one was already on her
That's
way.
very toxic.
That is toxic.
Okay, then.
That's low down. That's dirty.
I mean, but it wasn't like
No judgment.
it wasn't like I'm having sex with both of them type of thing.
But it's
Like
okay,
I
you
had
had
sex
your
with one.
time.
I had sex with one. The other one we just chilling.
Okay, so that leads me to another thing, but we're gonna answer this question first. But I'm gonna say this question out loud so you can go back to it.
Okay.
The question was because I just had this thought recently where I feel like, okay, men have this thing where they feel like they need more than one woman, right? And recently I had this thought where I'm like, in reality, I understand a little of why men can feel that way because it's like, dang, I get this from this woman, I get this from that woman, and in reality, like they all creating the one thing I want, but I think the difficult part of that is like, how am I balance all of these women? Does that make sense? So but that's just the question that was asked. So I mean, that's just the thought that I had. We gonna talk about the most toxic thing first.
We going back to that. I did some. I was toxic. I ain't gonna lie. The most toxic thing that I have ever done was like I went through one of them girls' phone coming up.
That's where you messed up.
Yeah, that's where you definitely mess up at. And then like I pulled up to a nigga house with her in the car and was like, "Come get your bitch."
Oh, you did that?
My chest.
Yeah, it was bad. He didn't come get his girl, but so it was. I felt after that I felt so lame for doing that though. Like it was one of them things where I was like, yeah, that's some real immature shit. So I had to let the toxic world go. But it was my own fault because I technically shouldn't have never even been mad because I was dealing with women. But I don't like being played, I guess.
That part.
I had to definitely get my one back. I had to get my league back. So
Free said I gotta up the scope.
yeah, I had to I was really ready to up the scope. But my plan was to like leave her there. But Buddy didn't come outside. He probably thought I wanted to fight him or something. I do not do I've never been the person that wanted to argue and fight. I just wanted you to literally come get your bitch. Like, hey, that's what y'all was doing, man. Like, here you go.
That's crazy.
You didn't have to get permission. Like, I just come get her.
I don't know. I'll let y'all decide which one was the most toxic. But I know there's probably a lot of things I done did. I'm about to tell the world this. But I tried to choose a So I don't know if this is considered toxic. But so I was in a full-blown relationship with this person, but I'll be real, we was going through some stuff. And I found out that basically this one girl who in reality had so much to say about me in the past, he started messing around with her, but really in reality he was hurt by something that I said and did. So he was hurt, so he went to her basically to use her. But I found out that he was letting her use his laptop for school, so I made him take the laptop back. And he did that. I don't know if that's considered toxic.
That's petty. That's petty. That ain't toxic. That's petty.
But I was like, no, take the laptop.
How dare you try to better yourself and you don't like me?
Nah, that's crazy.
I'm trying to think of what's something else. Oh, another thing I did. I don't know if this is toxic, but I found out that somebody I was dating, they went out with one of their exes from high school. The girl did not want him again. And at the end of the day, I didn't applaud her for it, but I'm like, women, get it how you live. If that's what you're going to do, go ahead, do it. But anyway, she somehow talked him into giving her $500 for her birthday, y'all. That girl sent out, I saw the messages. She sent out everything, details of like where she was using it for, hair, nails, pictures, everything, wax, everything, right? So when I found out about it, y'all know what I did? I made this man take me on a whole vacation. And guess what? That man paid off one of my credit cards. That's probably toxic. That's really toxic.
That's kind of.
Yeah, he paid off one of my credit cards.
That ain't kinda. That's toxic, capital T.
I guess the question from there would be, if literally that man did all of those things, like, because I found out about that one thing, does that mean he wanted to keep me around, or does that mean he was just trying to, like, not cause any more problems?
Yeah, he probably liked you more for sure.
Because
unless it was like unless it was just like a thing where he had it. They say it ain't tricking if you got it. But
yeah, it is.
I would say he probably liked you more because I would say if I wanted to keep you around, I would definitely have to. You would definitely have to put in a little extra work.
Yeah, because he could have just sent you $600.
He just said, "Hey,
vacate."
We went on a whole vacation. It paid off that credit card. I was like,
type shit. I mean,
but it wasn't worth it.
You paying off credit cards?
yeah, he got it like that. But yeah, so re-ask your question because this is funny to me.
What was my question? Oh, I think it was about wait, I gotta reword it right. I think it was like the whole thing of, what was it, y'all?
Lord.
Okay, it was something about, like having the ideal of understanding that, like,
oh, the multiple women thing.
Okay, multiple. I remember now.
Multiple women.
I remember now.
Okay, but then we're gonna say this in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do y'all want to answer this question as of like men and women, or just how men?
We definitely got to get both perspectives.
Yeah.
No shame to either side, but it is what it is. So from the man aspect of it, men typically deal with multiple women because it's instinctual. Like, it's embedded in every male species throughout the animal kingdom to have and go for more than one woman. And to like showcase this in a light, men can get 900 women pregnant at the same time. Women can only be impregnated by one man at any given one time for 9 months. Or however.
True, though.
I was gonna say, because you got those special cases where you'll give birth to twins that
That got the same daddy.
Yeah,
ain't got the same daddy.
so I mean that's a rarity. So we gonna speak in general terms. So yeah, I mean it's hard to say. I mean, it's just embedded in a man. Personally, that's how I think about it. But the reason is like I get a lot of heat from this. So I think monogamy was definitely brought upon from a jealous nigga. That's just one way of thinking of it. It's probably a whole plethora of different reasons, but that sounds like some jealous nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? To go against the grain, it's probably. I mean, like Dante was saying on the previous, it's a lot of capital gain. It's a lot of all this, what you, but it boiled down. No, I'm playing. To end word being jealous. I don't nobody need to touch my bed. Oh, he said they was trying to hurt the other man or something. Anyway, go watch the episode. But yeah, I mean it does. It gets men will seek multiple women, but it's only so much a man can take personally. So I'm on a serious note now.
So how many men do y'all think? I mean, how many women do y'all think like most men will have at one time?
Can I steer away from that real quick?
Okay.
And go back to like the original thing?
Okay.
Free, I'm finna say something.
I know.
A lot of females will not like
Yeah.
the same way y'all expect us to be the perfect dude.
Yeah.
We're building a perfect woman. We just not expecting
Everything from that one person.
everything from that one person.
Yeah.
Not a superhero.
For sure, and I can see that. I relate to it. I agree with it too. I think it takes one woman just to hold me up. Hey, you gotta have at least one
Shout
woman
out King George.
that really don't give a yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so 3 of I wholeheartedly think that you should. I mean, most women.
This ain't gonna age right because you're a married man.
Yeah, I mean,
This is gonna age
look,
like milk, brother. I'm like, what?
I am monogamous.
You want 2 more?
If I could, you know what I'm saying. But this is a choice. This is a choice.
Right.
I chose to be monogamous, so this is what I gotta live by. So, but yeah, in a perfect world, and I can have multiple women, 3 would be cool.
Okay. I'm over here asking.
I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it
Mm-mm.
because it's too much to handle and too much to balance, right?
Y'all have too many personalities within yourselves.
Yeah.
And that's a lot for like one woman could have 7 personalities. That's 21 different personalities.
Because
3 different
crazy. 7 personalities? That's crazy. She don't need to be out in the world.
Like I said, there's a lot to deal with.
It is.
And doing that with 3 different people, you drive yourself crazy.
But I would use them. I'd be like, hey, go help your sister out. Hey, go help. Hey, tonight I want. They really don't give a fuck. I want you tonight. I don't even know how I would build a girl like that. I mean, build the perfect from multiple. Because it's
tough.
You really don't want that much.
Because you got to think, you have to find traits that the other 2 don't have.
Right.
And that'll get to the point to where now it's like, all right, well, you can cook. Well, you cook better than she can cook. And then you cook better than the other 2. So which one of y'all actually have cook?
Yeah.
And there go one of y'all's strengths, and y'all all got that in common. So now you can't build the perfect woman because y'all got all this stuff in common.
Yeah, I feel that.
But do you feel like do you feel like a man would be okay with like 2 or 3 of the women having like some of the same qualities, and then it's just like the one thing that makes them different from each other?
Yeah, I ain't gonna cap. Now that I'm really just thinking about it, a man really want the variety because it's an ego thing.
You want something different.
Yeah, you just want something different from time to time. And you can actually see that throughout like society. Like men that cheat and go back home. Like the average man gonna cheat and go right back home. They done got their rocks off. That sensation was fulfilled. That one thing they thought they was missing, and they realized they really weren't missing it. So like it could go either way. I mean, if you, a man, like I always say, a man that cheat, he really ain't cheating because he don't like or love the woman. 9 times out of 10, I mean 8. I'm gonna say 7 times, 6 times, 5 times, half the
4,
time.
3, 2, 1 times out of 10.
At least half the time, it ain't nothing that is going on in the household significant enough to leave. The woman probably just withholding some things that as a man, he probably just be like, hey, damn, I done told you. Now we going on week 2, and I just told you to mop up the goddamn floor. Now I just got to go get my rocks off. So, man, I'm going to go over here and she mopping floor. I don't know.
I went over her house. Her floor shine. She used mopping glue.
Ask the other part of it.
What was the other part?
I don't know. But it was, so let's flip it. Could you, as a woman, like, can women deal with multiple men and be like satisfied and like?
Honestly.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay, so honestly, and again, confessions. Like, I'm not in a relationship. I am single, right? And so like because I feel like most of my childhood, which is crazy, like I was like trying to commit to somebody or something like that, whatever. But so now like I'm single, so I am like really into like date them all. And dating them all, I am realizing, and let me make this very clear, women, ladies, whatever, date them all, but that does not mean lay down with all of them. Okay, make that very, when
Don't
people
lay down.
say,
Go ahead, so.
Yeah, I feel.
when I say date them all, I do not mean go and have sex with every person that takes you on a date or every person that you text and talk to. No, that's not what I mean. But anyway, fast forward that, and dating them all, I have realized that from the couple men that I be talking to or whatever, like all of them do like give me something different and bring me something different. And it's crazy because I was talking to my sister. I was like, he does this, he do that. And then I sat and I was like, I can understand now why men be like, oh, like I could have multiple women because they all give me something different. The only part I couldn't get with is like, how do you like uphold that? Because at the end of the day, like that, you gotta share your time with all of them, right?
For sure.
And so it's only so much time because again, you still gotta make time for just yourself. And so my whole thing would be like, how do you create time for every last one of them? And then also, I think it's just like one day you're gonna want to choose one of them. How do you choose who you want?
You said it. You said it in your statement. So you choose what you want. Like everybody giving you something different. But what do you truly want?
What?
7 different types of cool.
Yeah.
What kind I want?
You know what I'm saying? My favorite kind is red. You know what I'm saying? While I'm over here drinking lemonade. You know what I'm saying? But before that, like to make time, I am from a man aspect, like it really don't take a lot to please a woman in the aspect of giving time. Like especially being like a young man, I think it does get significantly difficult.
For you've been married too long.
Yeah.
You've been married.
But I'm saying, yeah, that's why I'm saying it. Like,
a lot.
but I'm saying, like, I dated a lot of women when I was in my dating phase. At the same time, I think it was easier back then because everybody had something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like college.
It was rough for me.
You know, I'm going to Conway one weekend. It's like, oh, well, I got exams, so I'm telling another girl to come over. Woo. But it didn't take a lot of time to please the
The women.
like the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So it was like,
The crowd.
hey, you can spend a night. I got to go to work Wednesday. You can't be here.
Yeah.
Whole time I'm lying, like
Yeah.
I got to go to work, but I really got to go spend time with whoever. So, but on the flip side, a man wants you when he wants you. So like, it's kind of hard for a woman to juggle multiple men because like, and then again, like y'all know how I feel about another man pissing on my tree. Like if you giving it up to me, I know when somebody else been in when I resides at. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know that.
Shit.
Y'all do not know that.
Whether y'all know it or not, y'all act a little different.
You know what I'm saying? But as a
And
man,
it's not intentional.
Okay, well, what's the act different? What qualities? Like, what are the things that like
You'll start doing stuff that you wasn't necessarily doing before.
like what though?
You'll randomly text me, "Good morning, King."
what you that happy for? You ain't that happy the other morning.
Man, like I'm getting a "What's up" every morning.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, this one morning, I get a "Good morning, King." Nah, what you done did?
My perspective just shifted, and I thought, like, you know what?
But what
We've been going through it, and I'm really into this man because me and him really been going through it, right? I've been sending what's ups, but now my perspective done shifted, and I'm like, you know what? I want to make things better with us. Let me just send him a "Good morning, King" text.
What caused their perspective to shift?
Because I realized I'm really into this man, and I don't like that. Like we've been like not.
And you see how you realize somebody else made you realize that.
It wasn't hitting there. It wasn't hitting like it was. Hitting.
No nothing.
So wait, so basically, because another man made me see something, I now go do the right thing with the man I want to
Yeah,
be
for
with.
sure.
This is why,
That's
going back
next.
to our beginning topic, good guys finish last. Because after so many years you dealing with the drug dealer, the toxic dude, you be like, man, I should have chilled with little Stephen. Like,
Not a little stiff.
hey, buddy got a 3-car garage, 4-bed, 3-bath home, you know, in a good neighborhood, gated neighborhood,
Yeah.
4 vehicles. He got all 3 in the garage, 1 in the driveway, all paid for. Good paying job. Now you want to go mess up his lifestyle because you tired of dealing with Tyrone.
So that's another question because we that's the good guy finish last thing. So when y'all say good guy, do y'all think that women always choose like the toxic rough guy over the good guy if he doesn't have like all of those things, or even if he has like the nice job, the house, the car, the stability, and all this and that? Y'all think they still choose the toxic guy over that good guy?
They choose the toxic dude in the beginning because, one, that's what they know, that's what they into, and then once they realize that it's not as stable as they thought, they try to go into the good guy's life and try to get that stability from him. And that's not fair to him because he was trying to get you, like I said, back in high school.
You know what? Let me put it in a picture for you. Forrest Gump.
Boy, hey, you
Hey.
said something.
Hey, I can't stand Jenny Edge. Look, Forrest is the good guy. Forrest did everything, loved her through thick and thin, right and wrong. I don't care what you doing.
You wanna
Jenny
fuck this
went
man
out
AIDS.
of her way
to blatantly
intentionally to blatantly disrespect my boy Forrest. And all he wanted to do was love Jenny.
I love you, Jenny.
I love you, Jenny. And all you told me was to run. You should have ran from your ass. Like, and then at the end of the movie, when she got HIV and
Had a baby on him.
had a baby,
They said she gave
Yes.
Forrest the
Yeah, gave
Like-
Forrest the disease and died on that
and
man.
died on that man.
You waited till the end of your life.
Hey,
To say I love you too, Forrest.
that's crazy.
Look,
I don't know because y'all in hearing these stories and hearing the stories and then in hearing how girls will be treating men. I'm just gonna be real. Like I be like, what is wrong with these women? I do. I be like that. I be like, what's wrong with them? Because I really be on the. You gotta like, girl, think about it. You finna go for
You
this
waited
over
till you
this.
had 4 kids. Now you want to talk.
But this-
Stephen is the guy.
but this the other part of it. Women also like things they can't have. So, or things that everybody else like.
Mm.
So if Jamal down here and Jamal 22, he got the Corvette, the drug money, he living the fast high life real quick. Everybody like, oh, I gotta go fuck with Jamal. What he got going on?
But that's what's crazy. Because I'm like, why would you want somebody that everybody else wants?
It's a pride thing.
It started a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I think
There's a book about it, you know.
Tell him about the book.
It's called the Bible. You know what I'm saying? There was a young lady.
Yeah.
She didn't have a name at first because she was just Adam
Yeah.
in the beginning, but she wanted something that she wasn't supposed to have, and lo and behold,
Lo and
messed everything up. She got a name and been known sinceforth as Eve.
I don't know, y'all. I can never rock with like wanting somebody that everybody wants. I don't know. I like mine untouched.
For
Mine
sure.
untouched to
You
the
know-
back. Nobody know you. We good. Cause then I don't know. I think too, like another confession. I think in reality, I know that I can low key get a little crazy or be crazy, and so I'm like, I want the person that nobody else is looking at. But it's crazy because once people know that like you're with them or they're with you, then people start coming. I'm just like, y'all wouldn't even stun this man.
They gonna tell you.
Stun this man.
Vice versa for sure. Because what they say. Back then they didn't want me, now hot.
They all
It's all
on
on me, you know what I'm saying? So it was.
You know what?
I got it.
I'm sick of this because as men, there's always this thing to where once we get in a relationship, all these women come out the woodworks.
It be like that.
Like, why? Like, where was that energy when I was single and actually looking? And now I'm committed myself to something. Now you want to come messing with me?
And I honestly believe like it's a woman's thing of trying to like compete with another woman or just trying to say like they were able to do this or get this. So I really feel like it's a competition thing. I feel like it's a competition thing.
For sure. My bad. Y'all know I be happy.
Bro, you threw me off. I blacked out. There's gonna be a black spot in here, so just know we still here.
we still here. But yeah, people want what they don't.
Can't have.
Yeah, and I can say like I remember back in high school. No, then I was the lame. I wasn't nobody. So then
You
nobody.
always somebody.
Yeah, so nobody want with the kid.
I was somebody to myself.
Yeah,
Period.
But nobody to anybody
Somebody
else.
to Jesus.
But as soon as I joined the military, let me tell you, they thought I was a dream.
He got some money.
He got some money. No, I don't.
Nah, yeah, you remember that video with the girl in the movie theater?
Yeah.
Oh, he got money.
But yeah, so they thought I was a meal ticket, but guess what? I won.
What? You done found it.
It was
You
just.
found the app.
All right, hush your mouth. Go
You gotta stop touching stuff.
on.
You changed the light color.
Yeah.
Now we green over here.
Hey, well.
Hey, we got executive producer.
Hey.
Pay attention.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, thought I was a meal ticket. But yeah, that train had been took off.
That
No.
ain't been took off.
So that was my villain arc. You know what I'm saying?
So I got another question. How likely is it for a man to kind of spin the block on a woman that didn't want them when they was I guess not popping?
Highly unlikely.
Highly unlikely.
So why?
Unless you
If-
just want to claim that trophy.
I feel that.
So you feel like he gonna basically get what he want out of it, and then just be like, "Oh, I'm good."
Yeah,
Because you've been trying for so long, so you might as well go on and
Go on and knock it down.
yeah.
tight. But yeah, Hey, can you stop clicking stuff?
Featuring our executive producer.
Featuring my executive producer. What?
My girl, see,
All right, go.
we want what we want, okay? And if we can't get it, then we got problems.
Y'all throw a tantrum.
Yup. So y'all better be able to give us what we want. We
Go.
want it.
You gotta go the other way. There you go. Yeah.
It's the what was the you did you give yo you said
Go in there.
you said one woman, you said three. Did you say three too? You said three.
I said 3. He said
I
1.
can't.
You can't balance it. Okay. Yeah, I was low key trying to give my friend I was trying to put him on game a little bit. I don't even know why, but honestly, I'm just trying to let him know something. Because he had this situation where he done slipped up. He done showed his slipped. He done showed his slip and he done slipped up. And so he has changed like his whole like routine or schedule with the multiple women that he deal with. And I was telling him like that makes it worse, or like because if you got a schedule and if you got a routine, even if the one woman thinks she's caught you, like you still gotta stick to it, because if all of a sudden you change your schedule, you done showed your hand and now she know that you doing what you doing. I don't know why I told him that, because I should be helping him out, to be honest. Like, why am I helping this nigga cheat on people?
It get rough out there in that field. By no means do I feel like it's right. Because like, how would you? Obviously, I got kids. But I would, as a man with daughters, I would always tell them to look for the red flags. Once that one red flag hit, no, we're not giving benefits of doubts to nobody.
One red flag and they out.
I'm telling my daughter, hey, tell that boy to practice semen retention. I ain't gonna tell you practice abstinence. Tell that boy to practice semen retention.
Because it's over.
Makes him a better man.
That is very true. That is very true. My girl back again. She
Hey,
back
Hey,
again.
you getting up the program.
you about to
Tell him I am the program.
you about to get fired.
Come on.
My girl said, I am the program. No, for real, dang. I feel like maybe that's what I should really start like practicing. Like one red flag, you out of there. I think you
But
chance
at the same time too, it's like, why are you like, if you can honestly see yourself being in a relationship with this person, why are you giving up on them?
That's true too.
Because being married, I'm gonna get a different person every day.
So
Some days I might not like the person that I get that day,
yeah,
but I still have to choose to love you every day.
that's very true. That's very true.
So if your goal is to marry, if you're dating, practice that and not give up
Because
at the sign of the first red. Yeah, it ain't even got to be a red flag. Y'all got these different colors and a beige flag. Oh, I saw a beige flag. I'm gone. Like this.
what's one red flag that y'all think make women run away?
Anything that has to do with another woman.
Not even that.
I was just gonna say I don't think that's true. Cause I know some women who know about other women and still sticking around.
I was gonna say
That's their
quote unquote,
prerogative, though.
the quote unquote bad communicator. If I'm a busy man, I'm busy. Like,
But I feel like you're never too busy to commute. Why do I say this, y'all? Because I'm not gonna lie. So I was just talking to one person that I'm talking to. I was telling them that I went out with somebody else, and I was telling them, I was like, the person communicates, right? So me and this person, they communicate. They literally is super fresh or whatever, and we're not anything. It's literally just get to know each other or whatnot. But they literally communicated their not an entire day, but they like made it very clear up front, like, hey, this is what I have going on today. So if, like I'm not texting back quick enough here, or if you don't hear from me at this time, like this is why, but I'm gonna like continue to update you and da 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 da. And that was a plus for me. And when I told the other guy about it, it was like, oh, that nigga corny, that nigga this and that.
I'm gonna
he
ask you a
wanna be-
question that's gonna silence you. How many times have you went about your day and something just randomly popped up that you didn't have time to tell nobody about?
multiple, but that's why I said he said that in the beginning where he said like this is what it looks like, but I'm gonna update you when I can. Does that make so? It's like you're already telling
Sometimes
me
you
that
can't.
anything can
Sometimes
happen.
something happens and you can't update them right then. That's not a red flag. Hey, something happened. Like I can't tell you every little detail of my day.
No. So what I'm saying is he gave me the heads up in the beginning of the day to know that, hey, I'm not going to be talking to you because something's going to happen. But when I can talk to you, I'm going to reach out. Does that make so? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm already looking for you to not text me all day because you said it this morning that you're not going to text me all day.
That's a
But
that's
that should be an
newbie
unspoken rule, though.
thing. I ain't gonna lie. That's a newbie thing. You know, I always say the first 6 months is of any relationship or bond building is what I would like to speak on as the honeymoon phase. Oh, I just love you so much, or I'm in tune with you this much. So yeah, I have to do the absolute most. Most men, that's you got to get past that. You know, I mean, you got to see as a woman. I think you have to see past that because it is a lot of masks on in that
Early stage.
honeymoon phase. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I ain't because I'm not gonna say I'm gonna put this in general terms. A man's ultimate goal is to sleep with you. No, I'm not saying all men's goal is, but I'm saying that is like after I get it, I'm gonna change a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's so up until that point, yeah, I'm pretty much gonna do
What I need to do to make
what I
sure.
need to do. You know what I'm saying? Because longevity wise, now if you a year and a half in, 2 years, and I'm speaking on this from a younger mentality standpoint because as older you get, the shorter those time frames become because you don't have a lot of time to waste.
Mm-hmm.
So, in younger people, typically they are willing to wait longer times. So yeah, I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
The young man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I gotta do when I get it because I ain't gonna lie, post nut clarity is a thing. I hit you and I don't like you, and I'm like,
It wasn't even that.
it wasn't even that, you know, it wasn't worth it. But I'm like, damn, I done went through all this and it really wasn't worth it. But
What makes it worth it though?
What you bring.
yeah, the vibe. Y'all, you gotta ultimately like
Just have a like great like connection,
the click.
personality.
I ain't gonna cap the click. That's what gonna tell you if that man for you for sure. Like if that man, and I encourage, well, I'm not gonna
I'm gonna say this.
look.
I encourage women to play the long game.
Yeah.
Instead of playing the right now, try to play the long game and see how that work out for you.
Yeah. And I say for my young men, like, beat it one time and then go see her. Like, I'm saying, go watch you some corn and then
Oh, you're saying do it before you get to her so you
Yeah.
don't like have that. Okay.
because your clarity is like if you still want to be around her and you know it's not just a sexual attraction.
That
'Cause
makes sense.
If you find
Or you know, like I said, practice semen retention.
I agree to that too. But you know, hormones, testosterone, all that play a big factor too. Because when the man is in heat, like I just need to get it off. So
Go to the gym.
Whoever.
yeah, and it is different ways.
We trying to mitigate all this craziness right
Mitigate it all, but you know what I'm saying. I was one of the ones I had to catch them out.
now. In a real way.
In a real way, for real. Well, no, it was like it was hard, like navigating. What's the word? Maturing,
Maturing.
puberty.
Oh.
God damn.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Why am I like? It was hard navigating
Puberty is a maturing process.
Yeah, so it was like, damn, I start getting hair on your balls. You smelling yourself. I think I'm him. I'm starting to feel actual sexual like arousal from like looking at a fine girl. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like those things that I think in heat is harder on the man because, like I said, all it takes is a look. Like if you look good, I'm like, damn, I want to fuck. A woman, You know, you gotta, oh, I like you, I love you, yeah, I want you to be my first, woo woo. So the long game is like easy, you know, because a girl is not gonna be in, like when she in heat, what they say when they're ovulating.
She want it right now.
Yeah, now you see what I'm saying? Like, so some women can attest to like, when I want it, you know.
But we just not finna go do it with anybody.
That frequency is a lot stronger in men. Like where y'all feel like that, what is it, like week, 2 weeks after y'all cycle, that shit like every other day.
For y'all?
Yeah, like when I wake up with my morning wood, I'm like, hey, I need to.
Hey, sir, come and give me that peen.
I mean, that's the good thing about being married now, because now you just.
It sounds good, you know, but it's those days where I was watching some comedian. It was like, baby, let me break this down to you. It's 365 days in a year. Out of those 365 days, we had relations like 800, like 85 times or some shit. He was like, the other 120 some days, I'm tired. The other 70 days, I'm cramping. The other 10, 15 days,
I got a headache.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just not in the mood. So it's like women has way more excuses like not to do it than a man, for sure.
My girl said I'm back.
Go get you some juice out of the refrigerator.
You get your juice? Okay.
But yeah, I mean, so
That was a grown woman right there.
I got another question for y'all, because I mean, we asked why do good guys finish last, but because I feel like I'm a good girl, I'm gonna ask y'all, why do y'all feel like good girls, or do y'all feel like good girls finish last?
No.
nah, hell
What?
no.
So y'all think I'm really not a good girl?
Nah,
Women as a whole, y'all get what y'all want.
Yeah,
Whether y'all feel like y'all do or not, y'all get what y'all want. Because all you'll do is go find somebody that'll give you what you want right then. That's why I say I challenge y'all to play the long game. Because y'all want right now. Y'all want y'all results right then and there when y'all want them. Y'all not willing to wait. As men, we have to wait.
So
for our
that's the
results.
problem, basically, not willing to wait. Like, oh, it's not that you're, but I mean, if you're waiting, you're finishing last.
No.
It's not her.
So
If I have to, if I'm in line, right? Everybody else is in front of me. They get what they wanted. They ain't never have to wait for it. So your fries come up, you get your fries, you get your soda, da da da. Well, I want a whole meal. I gotta stand in the back of the line and wait for it because I want what I want.
okay, let me put it in this, give you this scenario. It's like, let's say you on the playground playing kickball or something.
Okay.
Everybody has to wait to be chosen.
Right.
But the very last person, they finish last.
Yeah.
I am the person that you like. I am your last resort.
But who wants to be a last resort? That's like, oh, you in a that's what
Exactly.
it feels like though. But
That's
that's
exactly-
what it feels
that's how-
like. It
that's-
feels like you went. It feels like a man has went about his life and done everything, da 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 da. And it was like, oh, you don't went through this many women and you realized they wasn't what you wanted, or you thought. I think it's the same thing where y'all was like, oh, the girls are gonna go deal with.
Yeah, it's more prevalent for the women to do that to men.
Y'all think so?
It is.
I feel like men are out here giving the time, attention, and everything else to the women who are more likely to give up the goods, and then the ones.
It's your daddy.
Sorry. Men are more likely to be with the women who are giving up the goods, and it's like, oh, because I'm like good girl and I'm waiting, or I want this and I want that, and it's like, when you realize what they was given wasn't like lasting, or wasn't like that part, it wasn't worth it, or it wasn't gonna last forever, then you come to me and it's just like, but what was the point?
Yeah, no, that speaks more to the I kind of want it right now type of thing. It's like if I'm going out and having relations with all these women, I'm getting my right now.
Yeah.
When the person that I truly wanted didn't want nothing to do with me. But I have to go through all these women and wait and wait and wait till you done had a few kids or kid, and then you finally decide to choose me.
That makes sense.
I can agree. So my standpoint of it is like the good girl, technically, I would say finish first all the time. Because defining a good girl, good woman for you would be ideally your bottom bitch. Like the one that's holding it down and who doing everything for you, right or wrong, thick or thin, she there. That's your good girl.
And you're not letting her go.
She not promiscuous, like she for you for real. Sometimes she finishes last because she just dealing with the wrong man. But 7 times out of 10, that man is more likely to ultimately end up with that person over another girl. Because all man really want is security. Like security, stability, and peace of mind.
That's what women want.
And that sound good, but out of the 3, we really provide security and stability. So
we're not looking for that.
Yeah, we're not really looking for it because we naturally have that when you're dealing with a family. Like that's where monogamy comes from. Like that's a part of being monogamous. So when I chose to settle down with you, I already have a stable life. I can provide and protect this what we got. But the only thing I hate doing by myself is being peaceful. Like, no man wants to be lonely. Nobody wants to be lonely. Which is why, you know, my girl E came out, you know, even though he ain't asked for her, God was like, hey bro, you gonna benefit from this, you know what I'm saying? So it's just that point. As long and to be honest, as long as a woman not all right, because that's not, as long as she not promiscuous and like a naggy ass, just pain in the ass, she cool. like you
got a chance.
Yeah, like as long as you bringing some kind
The
of
biggest thing is peace.
Yeah, for sure.
Like just about any man you ever talk to, he will want, the one thing he will say is, I want peace.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to deal with the arguments, I ain't gonna say nagging. I don't want to have to deal with all this extra stuff because of, one, if that's the case, I can just be peaceful by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ultimately decided to bring you in and provide security and stability for you and me.
Yeah.
Like I took on your load. The only thing I ask you for is peace.
Okay, so in y'all's mind, what does peace really look like? Or what does it really feel like to like be able to receive that from a woman? What does that look like?
You know what? This is gonna sound bad. Look.
Shut up and be quiet.
That's more than likely what he about to say.
Ultimately, you know what I'm saying?
If that's what you're finna say, don't say it free.
Nah. Ultimately, it's just like peace for me. If I had a little bit more, I mean, to define it, like all I would even care for is like keep me drained and
fed.
And not even fed, but just like I like being your soft girl era, whatever that have, like to me it's just like instill principles into me, like, baby, you got it today, you know, you good, woo-de-woo.
Here, I'll fix it. Okay.
But yeah, like be chill for me, cause I'm chill.
No.
All right, thank you. So, you know, be my chill. I don't want to go to war, then have to go to war at the crib. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't want to have to be in all this heat all goddamn day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what I want to do when I get home.
You know what? And then she come out of nowhere. You know what, baby? I know you done had a long day. Rub your feet,
know what I'm saying?
rub your back, your neck, something like that. Be like, here go your food. You good? All right, cool. I'm finna go take care of the kids.
But half the time, this is what it look like. Oh, I just came home. Look, I'm in the military, so kick them boots off. Everybody know how them boots feel.
Well,
You know what I thought about today?
That's all you can do is just throw your head back.
Yeah, damn, for real.
It'd be like, man, what was it?
What's up, baby?
What you think about?
I noticed that you didn't take the trash out this morning. It's Tuesday. You forgot about that? Oh, yeah, damn, my bad.
Damn, I'm human. I'm human. I forget stuff.
Women like, but I can't. I don't want to.
Y'all expect us to be like this robot that we're not.
Wait. Don't say y'all. Don't say
Women.
y'all.
Women expect their men to be like this, some type of superhuman robot. Like they expect us to be on our P's and Q's every day, like we're not human.
But yeah,
And it's not fair to us. Like, I think I told you about it, but me and my wife was having a relation. I mean, not a relationship. Of course, we married in a relationship, but nah, like we was having a conversation. Like, the way a relationship starts, a man has to prove everything from day one.
for sure.
We have to prove to you that we're worthy of your time. When in reality, we just let y'all be. We see what type.
Not true.
We see what type of person you are, and then as a man, that's when we decide. We make that ultimate decision whether or not, okay, if I want you to be my lady, we're gonna see how you react to my guidance. If you don't like it, all right, cool. My guidance is not for you. My protection, my stability is not for you.
So you feel like in saying that, you feel like a man is like looking for you to like follow his directions. Like if he tell you, hey, don't do that. Or even if it's just something simple. I'm gonna use this.
Yeah, because as a man, we see things that y'all don't see.
and if you
vice
don't
versa.
listen, then it's an automatic like, nah, she ain't Nick, cause she ain't need to
It's
listen to
like,
this.
What I tell you the other day? Don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what.
Hey,
Like, if I tell you, hey, I don't think you should wear that to the club. Hey, I don't even think you should go to the club. Well, I like to go out and have fun with my friends. Why you come at me hostile first? Because I know how other dudes are. All they want to do is get in your drawers. And, after a while, it's going to get to a point to where now you start to realize it.
Yeah.
This dude came up to me. He asked for my number. Now he asked me to send nudes. Okay, I told you don't go to the club. Now you got to deal with it. But you didn't want to listen to my direction from the get-go.
And you would have never had to deal with that.
You would have never had to deal with it.
Yeah, okay. I get that. That makes sense.
be like that.
I get that. I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, it's certain things that women. All right, so on the previous pod, like we kind of talked about like being sexually in tune with yourself and being promiscuous, like so basically like what women see as sexual freedom, men see it as not all men. I'm speaking on them dirty N words. So I'm saying those men see that as a weakness or a way to manipulate a woman to get at them.
Yeah.
So while a woman may see, hey, I like to go hang out with my homegirls in the club, but I like to be my big ass titties out, my ass showing, my BBL going crazy. All that man sees is, oh yeah, she just the attention she want. Let me go smack on her ass.
Oh, she gonna go.
Yeah, she going for sure.
But honestly, I think that's a man mess up part, because just because a woman like does have like, and not saying it's okay, because I honestly, I'm gonna show a little cleavage every now and then, but I'm
Okay, so let me ask you this. You can't blame the man for you wanting to seek that attention.
Wait, it's not even no. Because when I do it, I'm doing it for me, not for a man's attention.
I agree. I see it,
But you got to think about it. if you're doing it for yourself, you should have confidence in yourself to where you shouldn't even have to wear stuff like that.
So wait.
To feel like if you in a hoodie and some baggy sweats,
Which is what I wear on a day to day. Hold on, wait a minute, because we finna get into this.
like if you wearing that day in and day out, and there's somebody that sees your beauty in that,
Mhm.
you wouldn't be seeking the validation in your tight, skimpy clothes.
But see, and hear me when I say this. Why? Because I literally just got done with a situation like this where literally this man came at me or whatever, and he was like, I've been seeing you for a while. You know, I noticed you. Da 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 da. He was like, we went out on a date, and that time I just like wore something a little bit out of my norm because on a day to day I'm wearing sweatshirts and like some sweatpants, and he made that comment. He was like, "Oh, like you have a nice body," and honestly, I was like, "Okay," but he's like, "You have a nice body." He's like, "I would have never known that because every time I've seen you, like you wear this or you wear that." So in my head, I'm like, "So why did you come at me?" If like, because I know that in reality,
Because he's coming at you for you and not your body.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, and there has been times where I have worn like a shirt where like some could be showing, but it's the fact that he didn't see that because really I was only wearing it for me. I wasn't wearing it for a man's attention. So therefore I'm like, if I wear it, I'm like, I'm wearing it for me, not to get a man's attention, because I could care less if they see it or if they don't see it.
Okay, so do you care about the compliment that you get from when you wear it?
Honestly, it kind of makes me uncomfortable when people compliment my body because I'm just like, is that the first thing you're noticing? Like, I like it better when somebody say, "Oh, I like your smile," or "Hey, you got nice eyes," something like that. But if a man literally just be like, "Oh, your body is nice," or "I didn't even know you had a body like that," I'm like, why? Like, why is that the compliment I'm getting? And I understand because men are just like they're like that, but it's still like it's just. I would rather somebody not compliment my body because then I begin looking at it because I'm like, wait, what are they seeing? Or I always think they're seeing more than what I see. Does that make sense?
And this is why the man says, "Hey, I don't think you should wear that."
All right, so I'm a attest to like both sides of it. I think without me, don't like if you want to wear it for you, don't do it without me because I'm your protector, right? I'm supposed to protect you in those scenarios. If you alone for a shit show, hey, go put a bra on.
Go grab my hoodie.
Why you going out there with the skirt on with your ass cheeks showing, shit like that. So, but then on the other side of it, I think it's a lot of circumstances to the situation that we're gonna check off. So, a woman says, "Hey, I want to look good for me, and I'm going out, and I just want to look fine to myself while I'm going out, right? Where you going? Why you going to the club? If you want
some type of
if you want to go out and look good for you, why you can't go
out to eat
to Samantha's?"
But I'm okay. I get what y'all are saying. I can see that
it's
part.
based off the place that you go to.
So it's like to say, you're not walking in the park. You know what I'm saying?
You're not walking in the park.
You ain't walking around the living room. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like the first, granted, you know, the first thing a lot of women, it's a social media prevalent society we live in. Soon as you put that shit on,
oh, take my picture.
Oh yeah, chicken. Face, what they say?
This gonna do numbers.
Wait, might delete later.
Yeah.
So
kind of cute.
Run it up.
Yeah, like so. If you don't see it now, I'm trying to see what y'all trying to say. You know,
and then that post is immediately followed.
You know what I'm saying?
5 times out of 10. What we on tonight?
Yeah. Ooh, girl.
What club we at?
Where we going to?
What are with the bottles at?
Mm-hmm. And then 7 times out of 10, a woman go to the club, she start getting drunk, and then what people fail to realize is a lot of people that drink become more social friendly. So you might have bumped into the dude on accident, but then you like, oh boy, boy, my bad. And he like, damn, girl, I ain't even noticed you, but damn, you looking kind of good. What's
And
your
then here go
line?
your response. Oh, you is kind of cute.
Then you like, oh, thank you. And now he thinking you being friendly, and you, whole time you drunk like you can't handle your liquor, and you like,
He was like, let me buy you another shot.
and then they go
And
from
then
there.
y'all dancing. He feeling all on you.
And
that
then
would've
you
been
like
avoided.
you chalking it up to, oh, I just had a good time, but the whole time, like, Buddy probably had one drink. He had a beer at that. Buddy like, yeah, I'm trying to go home with that.
I get that. And I just want to say this. I am taking note of everything y'all are. I'm taking note as a single person or a single woman. I'm taking note, even though I really be in the house. I've been in the house.
Yeah, be honest.
But I'm taking note of everything y'all are saying because I'm just like, they know what men think. So let me just take note of it. Put it in my back.
Man,
Yeah.
I don't.
If I give you direction, it's most definitely to protect
for
you.
sure.
It's not to down what you want to do
Yeah.
Because I'm your man.
because it's my job to keep you safe.
Yeah.
And if I'm not going with you, okay, all right, cool. Let me leave this directive with you to make sure you're safe when
So
I'm not around you.
I have another question for y'all. This is just me trying to get all of it. So, like, do y'all prefer like y'all women to go out with y'all, or are y'all like, okay, go out with your friends?
That's a double-edged sword for me. It's because, like me personally, my wife, she can't handle her liquor, and like I don't like that because I'm already a hyper cautious person. So with me having to look over my shoulder, like just me normal,
Yeah.
and then I gotta look out for somebody, I just be like, man, I'd rather be by myself. Cause whole time I'm just trying to go to the bar, play me some pool,
Yeah.
we gonna bet some shots. I'm gonna have me a good, like that's what I consider fun. Like if I'm finna go out with my lady, like dinner, I'm a old fashioned. So yeah, I'm gonna take it to a nice dinner. We go walk,
Yeah.
and then we go home and have some more kids, you know.
Oh my God.
It's like, but because I don't want to be put in that situation. I don't even want to put myself in a situation where I gotta look at this.
Yeah.
Oh dang, then push comes to shove.
Now I'm on
Get out
Channel
of
6
line.
News.
You know, it
Channel
just
7.
it get wicked in that field. Free till it's backwards. Free. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't do it.
But yeah, this was good talk. You know, we had a very good elaborate conversation. We're gonna say some of this cliffhanger again.
We got to remember what the last one
We
was.
gotta remember what the last one was, huh? But yeah, if leave in the comments how y'all feel about the conversation today. Nyla gonna be with a like N-I, but it's N.
Why? Yup.
Nyla, not with an A, not with a Y. No, Nyla gonna be around for sure. We definitely gotta get her on here with the other women so we can get multiple women perspective at once. I like that. I like the intuitiveness.
The shower would be a good one.
Would be a good
That's
one.
a good matchup right there.
So be on the lookout for more of Nyla. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Until next time, we out.
We ain't.